Welcome to G3, Games, Gadgets, and Guests, an audio and video podcast from 702 Communications. I'm your host, Brian Crommett. We've got a special Tech Tailgate edition of G3 for you today, and with me is three-time G3 guest, Kyle Weik. Kyle, welcome back to the show.
Glad to be back as usual.
And Kyle, you are here today on behalf of Fargo Game Makers. So talk to me about that group.
Sure. So Fargo Game Makers is a meetup group. We've been meeting for about 2 years now. We meet monthly. And our meetups focus around independent game development here in the Fargo, Moorhead, West Fargo community. The people that usually attend our meetup are aspiring game developers, people that are putting out games, artists, and just fans that are just interested and want to get a pulse on what's happening in the community.
Very cool, very cool. And so you are really open to anybody that has any interest in getting into game making can come and check out your group?
Totally. We like to be as inclusive as possible. So even if you're just interested in seeing what we're all about, check us out.
And you just recently had an event you should talk about a little bit.
Yeah, so this summer we did our second annual Fargo Game Jam. Mm-hmm. So what a Game Jam is it's a 48-hour event. We spent 2 days. We had 20 attendees this year, 5 different teams, and each team made a game based around a concept. So this year they could choose from Arctic or literary literature. Mm-hmm. So we had 5 different teams. It was a great time.
And the winner was?
The team was, their game was called Viking Bookbiter. It was really cool because it was the team that all of them together, they were very new to game development, game making, but they came together, and made a bunch of mini games based around this Viking that eats books. I saw very charming.
Yeah. I saw just the little blurb about it. And when it was announced that Viking Bookbiter was the winner, I thought that is something I should hear more about.
Yep, and it was voted on the community. So we posted on Game Jolt, and people could vote for the one they liked, and that was the one that won.
Awesome. And how often do you guys meet as a group?
We generally meet once a month. There's 3 months out of the year that we take a break, but for folks interested, they can Facebook us at Fargo Game Makers, and we keep that up to date with the most current events.
Very cool. So you guys are also going to be participating, and the reason you're here again today is to talk a little bit more about why you guys are going to be at Tech Tailgate. So why don't you talk about that?
Yeah, Tech Tailgating is a great event to unite all of the tech meetups in the area into one spot so that people that may go to one meetup, but they may not have time to go check out each and every other one, you can go to the meetups and meet the people that actually put the events on, as well as the people that participate in them. Mm-hmm. So kind of get a little bit of everything there, the buffet of meetups.
Yeah, because you've got all these groups here, and some people cross over, but some, between groups, but other people are just out there wondering what these other groups, they maybe heard of the groups, but don't exactly know what's there. And this is a really easy with no commitment necessary, right? Reason or way to come and check out everybody and see what everybody's doing, and see where you might fit, and see if there's a group that you might want to join and stuff like that. So, so I think that's going to be a lot of fun. It's not just going to be you from the group there. So, right, people can come and visit with you or whomever from your group. And
yeah, it's going to be a lot of the Fargo Game Maker, really rock star people, the people that have been with us for years now. CJ from Wicked Soul Studios, Dave from Pod's Game Design, Corey from NerdQ, and a ton of other people. Some of the Game Jam team winners are probably going to be there as well. Cool. So it's going to be a great place to get to know some of your local game development community.
Perfect. Well, that's great. Thanks Kyle for coming back and talking to us again. Again, this is Kyle. on behalf of Fargo Game Makers, and you can visit with him and the rest of his group, or some of the rest of his group anyway, at the Tech Tailgate that's coming up on September 8th at 5 p.m. in downtown Fargo here. You can find out more information about that event at techtailgate.com. Kyle has already given you information on the Fargo Game Makers, but again, if people want to find out about Fargo Game Makers, it's...
Facebook and Fargo Game Makers.
Perfect. Kyle, thanks so much for coming by again.
Thanks for having me, Brian. Appreciate it.
And remember, we've got more interviews with guys like Kyle and groups that are going to be at the Tech Tailgate on the rest of our podcasts here in this special Tech Tailgate edition, so check those out. And until next time, I'm Brian Crommett. This is G3. Game on.